it seems like there's a disproportionate number of our politicians who are embroiled in some kind of sex-related scandal. Are our politicians sexual deviants?
I think it would be a bit unfair to call all politicians sexual deviants, but what you do have is a job that attracts a certain type of personality. If you think about the job of a politician, whether that's a global, national, even a local politician, there's a certain cachet that goes with it. And of course, the type of people that are going to be attracted to that have a certain type of personality. Not all of them, it has to be said, not all of them, but a higher proportion than, say, you may find in a shop, say, for instance, my local Sainsbury's. That's a good, show of what normal people would be. You wouldn't get a lot of people that have, that kind of personality that is attracted to that.
So talk to me about that. Is it the power thing? Because let's be honest, 9% of the British population isn't under investigation for some kind of sexual misconduct thing. So it is more prevalent in the corridors of power.
I think so, yes, because I think people in politics historically have been protected. They've got up to all sorts of nefarious things and they've been protected. It's only when a big scandal comes out, such as Profumo, if we go back many years,
yes.
Bill Clinton, whatever.
Which was much more entertaining.
Yes, it's when a big scandal comes out and it can't be shoveled under the carpet. But I think they feel protected, as you say, and I've read a lot this week about this very boozy environment, as if that is an excuse. There's lots of boozy environments and there's not, porn watching and groping going on a industrial scale, which we're led to believe is happening in Parliament.
Exactly. What kind of man watches porn at work in full view of a public gallery, Dr. Jane?
Somebody that thinks that he's entitled to do so, and probably somebody that would have tested this out, would have perhaps sat on a train. Yeah, it's often sort of like, it's gateway, it's the level
Gateway
that goes
porn.
up to it. So I would have tested it out. I would have, I didn't get caught. And if somebody had said something, I've dealt with lots of people that have been arrested for sexual, misconduct on the tube, say, for instance. And they'll always say, it was my first offence. This was the first time I did this. But full well it isn't, because they've been trying it out all the time. And it's only when they get caught. And often it's the thrill of potentially being caught as well, which is an attraction to that type of, I'm not going to say crime, because it's obviously not a crime to watch porn, but that type of activity.
Well, there's another, I wonder, thrill of being caught, or certainly hiding something. Now, I clearly am not going to name any names whatsoever, and everyone is more than entitled to a private life, and very often it does turn out that the other half knows more about the sexual proclivities of the other chap in this case than many people would let on to. There are, and have been historically, a lot of MPs who've been, quotes unquotes, in the closet, as it were, many with wives and children. Is that a societal thing, i.e. they thought that they wouldn't be able to come out, in which case that's kind of our fault, right? Absolutely. Or is it this element of being caught or something hidden? What do you think?
I think there's a thrill attached to certain, attractions about certain sexual acts. But having said that, if somebody, through society, through politics, through thinking it's not going to be accepted, has to, remain private about their situation, which of course they're all perfectly entitled to do so. We've got to kind of balance it, obviously, between what people are like and what their personal life is like, and they're entitled to that, and ones that just take it that little bit further because they enjoy perhaps the chase. They enjoy seeing what they can get away with. There's plenty, I'm sure we can name plenty of people.